Okay, we are back here. Um, yeah, we got to pick. I feel like I should just refuse, right? Right, like that's what I feel like. Obey is just gonna get us a bad end. Like I'll be like, oh, I'll go with you, and then she'll be like, oh, time to turn you into like a mana battery or something, and then the dojo will be like, oh, you shouldn't trust the enemies, and so refuse. I refuse. I won't cooperate with you. I say so to the Magus without looking away. What? Three people gasp. Nobody here expected me to reply like that. Are you mad? Do you understand the position you're in? Yeah, I get your point. I think you're saying the right thing. If battles can be avoided, they should be avoided. And if the Holy Grail can be shared, it should be shared. But I won't help out a witch that's attacking people indiscriminately. You're right, but the method is wrong. And one more thing, I wasn't forced to be a Magus. I succeeded my father out of my own will. You have no right to say anything about it. I see. Then I do not want you. You can die here. Castor's voice filled with intent to kill. You. At the same time, Saber gets ready to attack, and... Don't move, Saber! I stop her with all my might. Please, don't move, Saber. You too, Tosaka. We can't move right now. She'll be killed if any one of us moves. I'll lose the person that was with me until now. A person that is like an older sister to me. I can't allow that. But, Shiro, you idiot! Then why did you refuse? But the two stop. That excellent point. I'm sorry, I already regret refusing. I take a step towards Castor as if to hide them. Oh, I thought you might be clueless. But I guess you did know the position you were in. Castor smiles once again. Her arm. Her left arm that was carrying Fujini points slowly at me. How unfair. Are you going to kill Shiro when he's not resisting? Of course not. I will take his life. I will not take his life. I'm just going to take his rights as a master. It seems you only have one more, but give me the command spell. You won't come to my side, but you want to save this woman? You should have been prepared for this when you said that. Saber gasped. I apologize to Saber in my mind. What? That's not what I meant. I didn't intend to do this. I apologize to Saber in my mind and take another step towards Castor. Alright, but how can I hand you the command spell? I don't know of a way to give it to someone. Shiro. No, even if you do that. Let's see. I can transplant if there is no intrusion, but I don't think I can wish for that here. Transplanting it would be impossible unless we go to a better place, so... Cut that arm off here. The Black Witch says so with a smile. That is it? Shiro, please give up on Taiga. I cannot let Castor do as she wishes. I feel the same way. First of all, she's not one to release a hostage. She'll use you until the very end if you obey her. The two have a point, so I can only apologize to them in my head. Take it. This is good, right? Wait, is he about to actually, like, rip off his left arm? I raise my left arm. Castor should be able to cut off my left arm along with the command spell with one word. No, Shiro. What's wrong with you? There's no need to go that far to save someone else. There is. If I can save Fujini at the cost of just one arm, I don't even need to think about it. I point my left arm at Castor. Alright, come here, Emiya Shiro. I don't know what you're intending, but my finger is faster than any of your surprise attacks. Castor must still not trust me, as she puts some distance between us. I walk to her. Castor's right in front of me, and the other two are far away from me. I walk to a place where I won't be able to get away and hold out my arm. The Black Witch watches me in astonishment. I'm surprised. You really are a good person. Fine, I shall give you back this woman in deference to your good faith. Her robe flutters. Castor keeps a hold of Fujini with her left hand and takes out a strange dagger with her right. This is amazing. I didn't need to go through so much trouble if it was going to be like this. You really are a stupid boy. You are annoying. You are annoying. So a soft-hearted person like you should die. She swings her dagger. It does not go for my arm, but for my heart, and... Caster! She explodes. Saber charges... Okay, wait, actually, are we gonna... Okay, also, I need to take something off. I have one of those things that's supposed to pull, like, blackheads out of your nose on my nose right now. And it was supposed to take longer to actually, like, do anything. But that hardened super fast, so I was like, I need to get this off immediately. Good work, me. I did it. Saber charges in with such speed that I thought she exploded. The speed must have been faster than Caster expected, as her dagger is repelled. Caster retreats and Saber follows her. She must have figured out that she can't get away. I see, then. Smiling happily, Caster puts her power into her right hand and... No, stop, Saber! Oh, you nid. I pray from the bottom of my heart and reach out with my left arm. Well, you used your command spell! Saber stops. Her movements are stopped by the absolute obedience enforced by the command spell. There. Oh. The dagger is stabbed as heavily as making footprints in snow. Well, it feels like time has stopped. Saber is looking down at her chest in blank amazement. Caster, you... Yes, this is my noble phantasm, Saber. It has no attack power, and the only key is used for rituals. And is only a key used for rituals. But this is a blade of betrayal that overturns any contract. You are like me now. Betray your master and entrust your sword to me. So now she's just gonna kill Shiro, right? Red light erupts. Magical energy flows out like tumbling water. It spreads through Saber's body, destroys every rule controlling her, and... The connection between Saber and me is completely cut. This is a long, bad end. Saber crumples onto the floor. There is a mark like a bruise on her forehead. I see 3 marks appearing on Caster. The command spell to control the servants. What used to be on me, the proof of being Saber's master, is on her arm now. What? Are you surprised? This is my noble phantasm, Rule Breaker. It is a sword of betrayal and negation which nullifies any magic in this world. Saber is moaning on the floor, as if fighting against a poison that entered her. You, a servant is taking a servant? Yes, I made her into my familiar. Now everything is as planned. Emiya Shiro isn't a master anymore, and Saber is mine. There's nothing to fear now that I have her. It does not matter even if Berserker attacks me. I shall go attack them this time. Caster laughs and picks up Fujini. Here, I'll give her back to you. She's important to you, right? Then you have to do your best so she won't die. Fujini's body floats up. She goes through the air as if being pulled by an invisible arm. Fujini? I catch her at once. Fujini, are you alright, Fujini? There's no reply. Her body is warm. Fujini is unconscious, but she's still breathing and is unwounded. I sigh with relief. Are you happy now? I shall prepare the women since I have promised you. Wait, I shall spare... Oh, why did I read prepare? I shall spare the women since I promised you. And, yes, I shall let you go as well. Your previous action was so wonderful that it made me angry. But... Wait, was this actually the right thing to do? I see. Well, I knew it was going to be like this. Yes, the fun's over, little lady. Saber. Kill Archer's master. Oh. If he gets in the way, you can kill your previous master as well. Ridiculous. Who would obey you? Saber glares at Caster while on her knees. No, you obey me, Saber. You are mine now. You cannot disobey me as long as I have the command spell. Saber's voice fills up with pain. But on the other hand, Saber's body slowly gets up against her will. Saber's body moves. She charges at Tosaka with the same speed as before, and... She thrusts her sword. Shiro jumps in the way. I feel a dull pain on my shoulder. I feel the steel stabbed into my shoulder. The sword that should be invisible is outlined in my blood. You idiot, why? I hear Tosaka's voice from behind me. But I can't do anything, no matter what she says. It's just that my body moved on its own, and most of all, I didn't want to see Saber attack Tosaka. I didn't want to see it, so I just placed myself in between them. My body twitches. Saber's sword hasn't stopped yet. It rips through my flesh and grates against my collarbone. The sword will eventually cut the arteries in my neck and kill me. That's not good. I'm still holding on to Fujini, and Tosaka's behind me as well. That's too bad. How wasteful. I was interested in him, but... Far away. Caster is saying something. Follow the command spell, Saber. Just slash them both. A cold-hearted order. With sounds as if opposing it, Saber's arm shakes and stops. No way. Saber's magic resistance even opposes the binding of the command spell? Caster is astonished. Saber looks down, bites her lip, and desperately pulls back her sword. She moans in despair. Drip. Saber hangs her head and cries. Run, Shiro! Saber pleads with so much effort that she might cough up blood. I can't tell if this is the bad end anymore, because like it went entirely different in the anime. Like they were still at the bridge. The caster took Fujini there. It was all different. So I have no idea if this is the bad end or if this is just just gonna keep going. Come on, Shiro. Oh, hold on, Tosaka. I run. My arm pulled up by Tosaka. The wound on my shoulder is so hot that my mind's not working, but I have Fujini in my arms and I have accepted that running away is the only option. No, I have no choice but to accept it. Saber. What a contradiction. She threw away her pride as a swordsman and told me to run away. To honor her wish is the greatest help I can provide for her. But on the other hand, ignoring her tears and running away means losing her. My breath is ragged. I don't know where we ran, but the familiar Western-style mansion is before me. This way, Shiro. Are you conscious? Can you walk? I run, being pulled by someone. My body is strangely light. I must have gotten lighter after losing the things within me, or I just feel nothing. The only weight I feel is the body of Fujini in my arms. I can't see well. I'm not sure where I'm walking nor what I'm doing. You can lay Fujimaru-sensei there. Hey, are you listening to Shiro? It's safe here, so let go of her. Someone takes away the person in my arms. The important weight disappears. At the same time, my body becomes heavy. The light body turns into iron, and I fall unable to keep myself up. Hurry, Archer! I'll treat him, so take him to my room! I hear someone's voice. My body is heavy and hot. I imagine turning red. Does it get this hot when you put steel and fire to make a sword? The heat gradually goes away as time passes. A room I don't know. I stare at the ceiling with a boiling head. That's the only thing I can do. It seems I'm lying on a bed. I can't heal this wound. You can't fight with this wound, but you're not a master anymore, so there's no reason for you to fight anyway. A calm voice, unlike before. The person that brought me here to treat my wound. This is it. You don't have to fight anymore, Shiro. Says those words. I try to say something and my vision turns black. My eyelids fall. Anesthesia causes my body to fall asleep. I feel someone leaving and hear the sound of the door closing. My consciousness turns off at that moment. Oh? This is still like an actual end. What the freak? Or actual, like, part of the route. The sun sets. The sun, which wasn't even visible, sets, and the dark sky gets even darker. I see. So, Saber got taken away? That's the only response Archer gave. His master, Tosaka Rin, simply stated the facts, but he states it even more matter-of-factly. That's all? There are 2 servants under Caster now. Don't you have something else to say? I cannot think of a way to beat her at the moment, but we should consider it fortunate that we know her noble phantasm now. Break the contract between the servant and the master, huh? We should be able to do that if we know that ahead of time. That is true. But you sure sound uninterested, Archer. Weren't you supporting Saber? I don't think I ever showed interest in her. What makes you think so, Rin? Let's see. Would woman's intuition be a good enough reason? No. You're not of age to be called a woman. First of all, you don't have enough charm. You lack elegance as well. And most of all, yes, this is fatal. Your charm is hard to understand. I see, you're finally back to par now. She smiles pleasantly. Archer has to be like this. An unemotional person isn't the partner Rin trusts. Her partner has to always be composed and has to speak cynically against anyone. Rin knows that Rin knows that is the kindness of this knight. Speaking cynically is like indirectly telling others to fix that part of them. I see. Then here's the proof. You went easy on Saber the first time you met her. Even though Saber may be strong, I don't think the one good at defending, would be beaten in one blow. That was a surprise attack. I am weak against unexpected things, like you are. Shut up. So here's the next proof. You provoked Saber after the incident with Ryder. That wasn't like you at all. I realized after I looked at it from a different angle. You were scolding Saber back then, right? Oh, am I right? I thought so. I don't know if you knew her from a previous life, but it's rare for you to act so coldly. Really, I think I act that way towards everyone. You're the only one who thinks so. I think you're really clumsy when it comes to anything that concerns you. Everyone's tricked because you're not clumsy towards others. Archer frowns. He must have been self-conscious of it. The knight in red ponders with a troubled expression, and his master looks at him in pleasure. And suddenly, so, do you remember which hero you are now? If you're related to Saber, you must be a hero from around that age, right? She said so as if testing something. No, my past is still hazy. But I do remember Saber as you say. She doesn't seem to know me, so I guess we didn't have a deep connection. So I guess you two weren't friends or lovers. That's too bad. I would have found out Saber's true identity if that were the case. She doesn't sound disappointed. It's just an offhanded remark. Well, I'll remember eventually. By the way, Rin, how's the one you brought here doing? Is that one doing fine? Yeah, he survived. His wounds healed up automatically until yesterday, but this wound isn't healing at all. I think Saber's self-healing powers went away because the contract came to an end. But he survived. Fortunately, he didn't get hit in any vital points, so he should be able to get up and eat in about 3 days. No, not that one. I meant the other person. Huh? Oh, Fujimaru-sensei? I let her sleep in the guest room. I think Castor used a sleeping magic on her, but she's still doing really well. I did treat her, so it shouldn't be a problem even if she sleeps for a week. I see, but she might turn into a sleeping beauty with Castor's magic. That woman's spells are more like curses. The simplest way to dispel her is to kill Castor. Yeah, either way, the Holy Grail won't last much longer. We're going to beat Castor as fast as possible, and knowing Fujimaru-sensei, she might wake up on her own. Archer nods, and after a brief pause in the conversation, beating Castor comes first. Even though there is one less master now, Saber still exists. We don't have time to spare, Rin. I know, we'll go out to town immediately. Even Castor should take some time to completely control Saber. If possible, we have to beat Castor before Saber is fully controlled. Alright, so the contract about that kid ends here, huh? Huh? Miyashiro isn't a master anymore, right? Then he'll be of no help and there will be no need to protect him. The second command spell can be lifted off me now, right? What? Don't tell me you'll take care of him because he cooperated with you. Of course not, I'm not that good a person. Then, but it's not over yet. I won't break the promise until he himself says he's out of this war. I'll try to get him out, but we can't end it until he gives up, she declares stubbornly. What can he reply to that? That's my course of action. Do you have any objections, Archer? It cannot be helped. I'm fully aware that you are like that. His voice sounds cynical. She just laughs it off and makes an order. Let's go, Archer. I don't know why, but Castor isn't back at Ryoto Temple. Then, let's find her and defeat her before she goes back to the temple. There's no need to answer. The knight in red nods and follows his master. Alright, I think with that, I'm going to end it there just because it's really long. So, yeah, with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.